All right, it's time to put some things on a tier list again.
You've learned your lesson.
Yeah, I have.
You didn't say ranking things.
Yeah, because I knew we'd have this conversation, but I guess it happens either way, right?
Every time you say ranking things, and I say, don't you mean a tier list, James? And you say yes. But in a way, a tier list is kind of ranking things.
Oh, is it
so in
now?
a way, you were correct all along.
Okay, look, we already looked at the Marvel MCU Phase 1. The Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's right.
So now we're moving on over to Phase 2. This is roughly in order of the things as they came out. Phase 2 for me, the way I figured it out, it goes from May 3rd of 2013 to July 17th of 2015.
That's the past.
I agree. Can you imagine?
Yuck.
You were there.
Yuck.
Yeah, I know, right?
Double yuck. Let's get ranking.
Let's get rank. No! God damn it. Leave a like. But maybe you don't want to leave a like for this. They kick things off with Iron Man 3. Tony Stark had PTSD because he flew into space.
But then he didn't.
He figured it out.
He figured it out.
Yeah.
He figured it out by helping a young kid discover the magic of Christmas.
And then attend his funeral many years later.
And then he shot that guy right through the chest.
He did, didn't he, on the
blew
plane?
that guy's whole chest just out.
He died.
Yeah.
He died. Look, we've done Caravan of Garbages on a few of these things. I don't think it's great. Is it the weakest Iron Man film? I don't even know if that's true. It's very different than the other two.
Yeah, huh?
I wish it was better because it's Shane Black and it's Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, that team reuniting.
Do you wish instead of it being, Tony Stark overcomes his PTSD and then he gets a cool assist from Rhodey?
Yeah.
Do you think it would be better if Tony Stark was played by Ryan Gosling and Rhodey was played by Russell Crowe and it was set in the 70s?
Yes.
And it was a sequel to The Nice Guys?
I do want that. Yes,
okay,
Mason.
well,
I would
it's
have
never going to happen.
preferred that. No, it's not. But that being said, multiple Iron Man suit variations.
Oh, that's true. We see them all for 5 seconds. That's cool.
I don't hate the Mandarin reveal, to be honest.
I do.
They got to it, Mason.
They got to it eventually. That's right.
Do you feel all right about it now?
I don't feel right about anything.
So where would you put this?
I think this is a C.
I agree, it is a C. People might have
Sorry, everyone. Yeah, if you have a different opinion, put it in the comments.
Yeah, but we're actually busy right now doing this video.
That's
so we
true.
can't read your comments.
Yeah, and later I'll be having a little lie down. So.
Okay, fair enough. Next up, we've got Thor: The Dark World.
I like Thor: The Dark World. I know I'm the only one. And people always...
I think there's a bit of revisionist history.
I was going to say, people always put it at the bottom of their rankings of the MCU.
I mean, it's better than some of the bloody stuff that's bloody happening now, Mason, in the world. That's right, political.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, were we ranking world events in this as well?
Well, we're ranking these against world events.
Cool. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, also, they come back to this in Endgame quite a lot.
Yeah.
It becomes pivotal.
Yeah, look, people put at the bottom. I mean, they did, but then a much worse Thor movie came out.
Yeah.
I quite like this one. I
don't mind it either.
I like the fact that there's some, world-ending crisis, but it's also pretty fun, and there's moments where...
But it's not too fun.
That's
it's not
right.
too silly.
You see Thor on the train.
Yes.
He's on the tube. He's on the London Underground.
That's right. I would say this is a B movie.
Oh.
Not like the B movie.
Sure, absolutely.
But I would say, I would put this in like, it's kind of like Masters of the Universe, but Thor and whatever.
Yeah, I think I like the... it's got a fun supporting cast, as you can remember.
It's got the director of Terminator Genesis.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Thor's kept his real eyebrows, which I appreciate.
That's they finally figured out the eyebrow situation.
Yeah, man.
I like it.
Me too.
I think it's better than Iron Man 3. I think it's a B.
It is. I agree. It's better than Iron Man 3. Let's talk about All Hail the King. This is a one-shot. For those who don't know, Marvel used to do these. They'd release them on DVDs and whatever. They're fun little vignettes. They'd be like, what if this character did this for 5 minutes?
They're FLVs, fun little vignettes.
That's great. All Hail the King follows Ben Kingsley's Mandarin character, who's now been exposed for being an actor.
And so they've put him in prison.
Put him in prison.
Actor prison.
That's right. And also real prison.
He's also in real prison, yeah.
Yeah, because he was aiding terrorism in the previous movie.
That's right. And in this, he's being interviewed by what he thinks is the authorities, but then it turns out it's actually a member of the real Ten Rings terrorist organization, one of the minions of the real The Mandarin.
And that's why he pops up later, Ben Kingsley, and the real Mandarin in Shang-Chi many years later.
That's right.
It all connects.
Yeah.
I think this is fun.
I think it's fun. It's got a little cameo from Justin Hammer.
Yeah, kind of wasted though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's a strength of this, like, at all.
I wonder if he's coming back for Armor Wars, that series or possibly movie that isn't coming out.
Yeah.
You think he's filmed a cameo for that thing that isn't coming out?
Can't wait.
Me neither.
To know something about that.
Right?
Just anything.
A still, a trailer.
Yeah.
Is this a feeling?
Is this a B? What's your feeling on that?
It doesn't have Agent Coulson kicking a guy in a 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
Doing a
that's
big
true.
flying kick in the
Throwing a
7-Eleven.
big bag of flour or whatever he does.
Yeah.
So it's a C.
I think it's a C
It's
also.
as good as Iron Man
I think
3.
it's as good as Iron Man 3.
Done. Happy. I've got here Captain America, the Winter Soldier, but I've written Winder. So that's obviously going to bump it down a bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was going to be an S tier.
Yep.
But your typos ruined this. It's retroactively ruined my opinion of this movie, I think.
Now, what's funny about this is that every now and then, and I would say every second Marvel property, they're like, this is in the spirit. This is like Captain America, the Winter Soldier. But it never is.
No, they were like, Secret Invasion is like the Winter Soldier, but longer
Yeah.
and worse, and it's just walking in Russia until the end when everybody's got big different arms, big CGI arms.
Yeah, that's right. I was expecting so little from this.
Were you
Well,
at
it
the
was
time?
because it was the Russo brothers, and off the back of like, because they'd
Oh,
done
the Community.
they hadn't
Yeah.
done a movie like this.
You thought this was going to be funny and set in a community college.
I did.
You thought, Captain America's going to community college.
And I was really like, I don't know about this MCU thing anymore. They kind
Whoa.
of, maybe it peaked at the Avengers after
Wow.
Thor and Iron Man 3 and whatever.
Maybe you should go to community college and take a course in not being so judgmental ahead of time.
I actually did take a course in that and I failed.
Yeah, I
I
know.
fucking judge everything. That's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, it's true.
This is an S.
It is an S.
This is one of the best things ever done in the MCU. It's fantastic. It's got some of the best action sequences.
And it's better than a lot of world events.
It is better than...
And as maybe you forgot, but we're also ranking these in comparison to world events. Fall of the Berlin Wall, not as good as this.
Yeah. Also, this is in an era where a lot of the Marvel stuff felt somewhat different than each other.
Absolutely.
Especially when you look at what comes next.
This gave us a lot of hope that the MCU would have a lot of genre stuff.
And they say that it does.
Yeah, they often say that.
Yeah.
Often in the same breath as this is going to be as good as the Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it is. Let's do this one. Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, this speaks to like...
This is volume 1.
It's volume 1. It's very different from what had come before. You're rolling the dice on some new characters.
Maybe I'm biased, but I love all the Guardians movies.
Maybe you are biased for liking good movies, Mason.
That's right. The Good Movie Board sends me a big envelope full of cash
Yes.
every year, so...
It did ruin music for all other movies.
That's true. It is very needle drop heavy, isn't it? That's right. But that's not their fault,
No,
is it?
it's not, is it?
I mean, most things are James Gunn's fault. Most things in the movie industry are James Gunn's
He
fault.
got Zack Snyder killed.
That's true, he did.
Yeah.
Look, I loved that we went out into Marvel space for the first time, deep space.
There's Thor, but it's like... you know.
Deepest space. But I mean, not Shakespearean deep space.
No.
I mean wacky, goopy deep space,
Yeah.
you know?
And it made you go, oh, the planet of Thor people, they're like the Amish. They're a stupid backwards
That's right.
race of idiots.
Everybody else is cool and goopy.
Yeah.
You know? In a way, this was the Winter Soldier of its time.
It was,
You know?
which is what they said.
That's right. This is a real Winter Soldier.
This is an S.
This is an S tier as
I
well.
think they're great, all of them. Here we go. We're going to go...
S for space.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Let's do Agent Carter, the one shot, and then the 2 series. We're bundling it all together.
Okay, sure.
I only watched the first series, which I remember quite liking.
Yeah.
I like the character of Peggy Carter.
Yep.
She's got some play in other things, you know,
Yeah.
Doctor Strange 2, some
Yep.
what if stuff.
Good
et cetera.
cast.
Yep.
Dominic Cooper is a
He
young Howard
returns.
Stark.
This is all canon now, I think, maybe.
Probably.
Also, the Butlers in Endgame and whatever.
Oh yeah, the real Jarvis.
The real Jarvis is in
real
it.
Jarvis.
I liked, again, the first season. I remember quite liking and just seeing what did the Marvel Universe look like in like the late 40s, early 50s or whenever it's set.
Yeah.
I think it's a B, but I haven't seen the second season.
I have seen all of it, and I think it is a B.
All right.
That's right.
Brace yourself, everybody. It's Daredevil seasons 1 to 3. We're going to do
It's
them
all canon.
Yeah, it's all canon. He's coming back, of course.
I think 3 seasons of Daredevil are the most consistently good of the Netflix Marvel TV shows.
I haven't finished season 3, but I completely agree.
Okay, well,
'Cause
good
I'm
luck.
allowed to.
Good luck finding it on physical media because they only released the first 2.
Good.
That is good, yeah. Look, I think I don't know if we're going to get to this, but I think Jessica Jones season 1 is probably
We
the
will get to
strongest
it.
season overall.
I don't disagree with
But
that.
I think,
Yeah.
but I feel like that dropped off.
Yeah.
Quite significantly in the later seasons. But I
Yeah.
think Daredevil consistently good, great lead in the form of Charlie Cox. I think the supporting cast is cool.
It really felt different than the stuff they were doing on the ABC television.
Yeah.
They definitely elevated, you know, the action, and it ended up being not really becoming more ground level than this. They don't really go beyond that, which I was kind of disappointed with the Netflix in general.
sure.
And I know there are street level heroes, but you never get like Daredevil, like
swinging on
swinging
a
through the
swinging on
city
a
and
grappling
whatever.
hook. Yeah.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
but at the same time, whatever. It's fantastic. It's well cast.
The scene where he escapes from the prison.
Amazing. They're always talking about the incident. They're like, remember the New York incident?
right, yeah,
and you might see a newspaper in the background that says, big green guy got
Yeah,
loose and he
that's
smashed,
right.
but what is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Hulk. Is this an A or an S then?
It's an S.
All right.
Yeah.
S for
You idiot.
Daredevil.
S for stupid question when you ask if Daredevil's an S tier, which it is.
No, it's S for Daredevil because he's always staring with his ears.
That's so true, actually.
Don't you think?
I think that, yes.
Cool. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Age of Ultron. I think Age of Ultron.
Moment of silence for Age of Ultron.
Listen for once.
I'm listening.
I think Age of Ultron.
Just the once, though.
Yes, fair enough.
After this, I'm back to not listening.
I think Age of Ultron is as good as the first Avengers, but that's not good enough at this point.
Yeah.
Because the first Avengers was good because we hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron was, what if the Avengers again, but robots?
That's true, yeah.
But we did get like Vision and there's some fun moments in it.
Yep.
I think it's good, but it feels very the same to me.
It does feel very the same.
And especially
yeah.
after the Winter Soldier,
For sure, absolutely,
which was like
yeah.
the Avengers but with less Avengers.
That's correct, yes. I mean, they would have shoehorned in more Avengers if they could.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is this a B?
I think this is a B. I think this is a
B.
B. In retrospect, I mean, I was disappointed at the time, but it is pretty solid.
I remember
you know?
liking it at the time for the reasons that I said, but I think also looking back on it, yeah, my opinion is definitely diminished about this movie.
Oh,
But you know, also they built a robot.
it's true.
Oh, and then they blow through like Ultron fairly quickly. They should call it 2.5 hours of Ultron or whatever. That joke. You know that joke? You know that joke?
That one joke we do.
That one joke that
Yeah, I
everybody
know it.
does.
I
Good
know.
joke though, and that's why we all do it.
That's right.
Couple left. We've got AntMan. It's supposed to be an Edgar Wright property, and some
right.
of this bleeds over.
You can tell.
But Peyton Reed took on this one.
That's right.
This is definitely the strongest Ant-Man IMO.
Sure.
Not physically, but maybe. But probably not.
Yeah.
But I think in storyline-wise, I think they try to make the character of Ant-Man in his movies bigger than what he is.
Oh, ironic.
No, I wasn't doing
Pretty
a joke.
ironic.
God.
A little too ironic. I really do think.
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a wife. It's
Oh.
like meeting the man of my dreams and then meeting his beautiful knife.
Oh, no.
That's right, yeah.
Because he's trying to kill you?
Maybe.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think Ant-Man also, outside of this movie, works best in other movies.
Yeah.
You know, it's a guy like,
Yeah.
can you believe this?
I'm out of my depth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it's... Should we give it an A? Is that
I
too
think
high?
it's an A movie. I think it's good.
Fun.
Paul Rudd. Love that guy.
It's got that Baskin Robbins ad in the middle of it.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
They tried to get that Baskin Robbins always know meme going. But
yeah.
like, no one's buying that, man.
No.
No one's buying it.
And also, when he got real little,
Yep.
all the stuff around him was big.
Yes.
You could tell,
Yeah.
you know?
And the later ones, he went into a little place, but he was big, but you couldn't tell how big he was.
Sometimes he was giant, but was he just the size of a little man?
And of course, we're going to end on Jessica Jones, the 3 seasons of. I agree with you. I think that first season is fantastic. The villain's amazing as well.
Yeah.
It's just good stuff.
It's good stuff.
It feels very different than everything else. There's just like psychological horror to it.
Yeah.
The character herself is very interesting, and
That's
it
correct.
borrows heavily from the later comics for that character. So
Dropped off.
dropped off.
It did drop off.
But that first season,
It's so good. I'm going to say A.
I
think
didn't
it's
mind
an
the
A.
second season either.
I think it's an A, but you didn't see the third season, did
No,
you?
I didn't. I really didn't. I really didn't. Maybe I'll go back, but I won't. Wow, just looking at this list, there is
Yeah.
nothing below a C.
Good innings.
I agree.
As we say in Australia.
That's what we say. Cricket related.
You had a good cricket innings here, Marvel. Well done. You've hit it for 6.
All right, listen. We actually have a service. It's called BigSandwich.co. You didn't have to listen, Mason. You already listened that one time.
I'm going to tune out.
But if you head over to he's actually reaching for his phone. He's going on his phone, literally. If you head there, it's like our private Patreon. You get early videos, including these and Caravan of Garbage. But we also have a bunch of exclusive stuff that goes only there. We do video game Let's Plays. We do movie commentaries. We do bonus podcasts. We also have a podcast called The Weekly Planet where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. That comes out every Monday, but of course, a day early at BigSandwich.co.
right.
All of that is ad-free. But look, if you just want to subscribe here or listen to our podcast on various platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, you can.
We'd love to have you.
We'd love to have
As
you.
part of our team.
You're welcome.
The Aussie cricket team.
That's right, the best team. Goodbye.